regret it. Get your curls percolated. Oh, me, get you some.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for the Basketball Wives Season 7 reunion, and it was lackluster as fuck. So I hope I can make this as entertaining as possible because they left a lot to be desired. Okay, so let's get into the looks. Alright, first of all, this is Copenhagen by NYX, I believe. It is NYX, but it's Copenhagen and I live. Okay, it's my favorite. So y'all always be asking, so I thought I was chef. So yeah, that's my look. Old Navy hoe. Anyway, so let's get into it. Malaysia is giving 60s mod with the makeup and the hair like a bouffant and really full curls and, you know, a pink dress, kind of a prince. I was living for it. I thought it was cute. Shawnee was giving understated. I didn't understand what was happening with her outfit. I saw something like shiny and glittery happening, but then it was black on top and her hair was similar to mine. You know, it was giving a little bit more braid, little bit smaller braids, but you know, it was cute. We was here for the top, not sure what was happening on the bottom. Tammy had on all leopard, didn't like it. I know some people don't like Tammy's short hair because she looks kind of gaunt these days, and I don't know what's going on with her health, but I just hope that she is healthy. I hope she's okay. I hope she's doing all right, but I like the short cut on her because I thought it was soft. I thought it was a real soft look on her. This wig was giving me way too much hair for how much head she's giving. She's not giving enough head for all of that wig. I wasn't feeling it, and I also don't like all over leopard like that. So I just wasn't happy with Tammy's look. Evelyn looked cute. She had like a, you know, a ponytail slick to the side, you know, always giving us, you know, Miami Heat type shit. She had on a white blazer with like a, you know, diamond rhinestone bustiquela under it with some tan color pants. She, you know, she always cute. That whole never really disappoints. So what can I say? You look fabulous, you evil bitch. Anyway, Jackie Christie looked like a drug dealer's madam old lady. You know what I'm saying? Looked like a bottom bitch if I ever seen one. Big old titties up to here. She looks soft, you know, she looks soft and juicy, so I was here for that, but the wig was real plastic and it wasn't doing her no justice. That looked like somebody grandma church wig, you know, that they wear on Saturdays when they trying to be a little extra sexy, a little spicy with their cat eye. Girl, look, I didn't like it, but you know what, Jackie, it is one of the better looks that you've worn. It just was, you know, real plasticky. Anyway, Cece looked cute. She just had like a little pink dress on, her normal hair. She wasn't veering too much from what we've seen her wear throughout the season. Kristen looked very beautiful, very pretty. Also had a, you know, hair up top, you know, and then the rest hanging and a nice little, you know, rhinestone kind of top. It was just a very cute look. I was here for Kristen's look all the way through. OG had a great color on for her skin tone, but I thought her outfit was ill-fitting. It was a yellow, like, kind of top, you know, like not a crop top because it had, you know, straps on it, really thick straps, but it cut off like a bralette, I guess. And it was high-waisted pants, but the pants looked like they were too long and needed to actually be tailored to fit a little bit better. It just, none of it looked like it fit well. And even though she's in, you know, shape, she kind of still has like a chunky, you know, middle, and it just, it wasn't flattering to me. But the color was flattering on her skin tone. Her wig was also like long and pretty, but you know how like when you look at the edges and you can tell that they don't match the type of wig that you're wearing, you're just always slightly disappointed. That's how I felt. Okay, about OG's look. So, okay, left much to be desired. Wish you would have looked a little bit more softer, OG, but you know what, I'm not mad, girl. Live your life, all right? Jennifer isn't there because she was too scared that somebody was going to throw something else at her fucking head. And I just kind of feel like, of course you punked out. Of course, after you start all of this shit, lie and say you have receipts, you don't come to the reunion so we could finally really, you know, engage and find out what the fuck is what. Like, that doesn't surprise me at all. She a scary ass bitch. We knew she was scary. That's why on the last episode when she was talking all of that shit about she right here at Compton girls can get their ass beat, I guess the fuck not, huh? Oh, scary asshole. But then Jackie is like, nah, she should be here. So she takes Kristen's phone and calls her, but of course, Jen side button that ass and sent them right to voicemail. And I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. Don't try to come back to no more reality shows. If you're not really gonna be here and do this shit, don't come back, ho. That's how I feel. So they asked Shawnee what she thought about the new girls. And she said she thinks that Cece was overwhelmed. She thinks that Kristen held her own and OG held her own, but maybe a little bit too much, and that kind of rubbed some of the girls wrong at first. And she still has her beef with Kristen, obviously. Then they talk about Tammy making jokes about OG's appearance, and she did feel bad about it because they had grown close over the season. So she called on the phone. She was like, OG girl, look, I said some things this season, and I know it might be mean, and I'm so very, very sorry, but I don't want you to think I'm being fake with you because I value you. You know, we cool, girl. But yeah, I might have mentioned that your weave looked bad and your body looked bad and your titties were sagging, and yeah, you tacky looking, hoe. But I love you though, bitch. I love you. I'm sorry. All right, I'll talk to you later. All right. Yeah. And OG says that she respected the fact that Tammy, came up front and said something to her about it. And she just kind of thought it was all catty woman bullshit. And I'm like, girl, it's catty woman bullshit until everybody's saying it. I'm just saying, maybe you should tighten the look up a little bit. It never hurts. It never hurts. OG says that people may not like how she looks, but they don't have to like how she looks. She likes how she looks. And Malaysia is like, you know what? You brought the side boob to the party, but you shouldn't have because you don't have the boobs to have the side boob out. And that's when everybody in the audience got bucked and was like, oh no, bitch, you can't be telling us what type of titties to have to wear what. And I just kind of feel like Malaysia felt like, bitch, y'all asked me my opinion. I'm telling y'all them titties was too saggy for how she had them laid out like that. And look, here's my thing. I'm very old school. If your titties sag, put them in a bra. Like that's my upbringing. So I understand where Malaysia is coming from, but I also feel like, OG feels like, don't be body shaming me, bitch. If I feel like I won't come out the door like this, let me live. Don't try to make me feel bad about it because it's not what you would do. I get that, but I'm still one of them judgy bitches that be seeing people on the street like, yeah, I'm a terrible person. I'm sorry. So they asked Evelyn about how she felt about Kristen, and she said that she really liked Kristen. She loves her. She and Jen really took to her. And then they asked OG how she felt about some people saying that Jen was using Kristen. And she says, well, I think it went both ways. I think that Jen might have been using Kristen because she didn't have anybody else to tape with. And I think that Kristen might have been using Jen to get in closer into the inner circle. It was mutual. And Kristen got upset by this, but I feel like OG hit the nail on a goddamn head. That's exactly what you was doing. And Malaysia was like, come on, that's a bit much. I'm like, shut the fuck up, Malaysia. Because you've been going through this whole season blind as fuck to how faulty Kristen is. I don't care what any of y'all have to say. I don't even care about this stupid fucking reunion. My opinion on that bitch has not changed. She is not a good friend. She played the shit out of Cece, and she sat in a room while somebody made jokes about Cece sucking dick. Her father-in-law is this woman's man, and y'all thought that was funny. You thought that was cute. No, something is wrong with that little girl. And just like OG said, being a mom and having a man do not make you grown. All right? I want y'all to know because that's real. All right? Just because you have a child and you fucking a man, that does not mean that you grown. You can still very much be a hurt little girl in the body of a grown-ass woman out here paying bills, but still being a little-ass girl with the way you move through this world. And Kristen, you give me little-ass girl with the way you move through this world. Kristen says that OG needs to humble herself and she needs to realize that she can learn from other people. And I know she was talking about the look, and she may have been right, but OG pointed out how she said the same thing to Kristen when they got into it the first time for her birthday. And, she said she's just regurgitating. She's speaking to Cece. She's just regurgitating what I told her. And that's when OG made the comment about her being a little girl, even though she got a kid and a man. And that's when Kristen replies back with, at least I got a man that wants to be with me. You got to be online with your ass out. That nigga don't want you, sis. Like, trying to play her because she going through the whole season trying to find out where her and her man at. At the end of the day, she could throw in your face like she did that even though you got a man, he don't want to have another baby with you because y'all broke living in that little bitty ass apartment in Malaysia. Was like townhouse. I'm like, bitch, where was all this buck when everybody was fucking over Cece? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Y'all don't fuck with Cece like that. Y'all made her feel like y'all fucked with her like that to get her on this show. But y'all ain't really fuck with Cece like that. Y'all probably always felt some type of way about the fact that she was the one that came after the first wife. All right? Don't play me, because if I was y'all, I would have felt like that. But I damn sure wouldn't have set her up for the okie doke. I damn sure wouldn't be bringing her around acting like I fuck with her just so I can stab her in the back like y'all did. But that's okay. We different types of people. So then we have to go over everything everybody has been through this season. Malaysia, bridging the gap between police and the community. It still hurts her about her brother being, dead now, because she helped raise him. She helped him with his homework. They look just alike. She was very connected to him, and to have him gone, even though it's been 4 years, it still hurts. And I'm like, girl, it don't matter how long it gets. Whenever you have somebody that's that close that passes away, even if they, were only in your life for the first 20 years of your life, and, you 60 years old, you're going to still miss them. There are going to be times when you're going to cry and it's going to hurt like it did 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The pain just comes in waves, and that's how it's supposed to be. And sometimes, you may not have a wave for a while, but it's going to come back and hit you one day or another. It's just the way it is when you lose very close family members, and I feel for her. Then they talk about how Jackie went through therapy and became this new and improved Jackie, and we was living for it, and she stayed out of the mess, and how impressed Evelyn was with her, as if we give a fuck, because Evelyn always over there trying to act like she, better than everybody, like she's the moral high ground for everybody to take. And I feel like, bitch, I don't know what mirror you looking in every day, but you not confusing us about who the fuck you are, and we'll get into that in a minute, okay? We also talk about Evelyn going to Puerto Rico to help out the hurricane victims, and yeah, bitch, we appreciate you helping out your people like that. That was a good move for you to make. So then we get on to Evelyn and Tammy beef, and how the host can't even tell y'all how this beef started. And Tammy says that at the end of last season, she thought they was good. We thought they was good. I thought they was good. Remember, I was confused, y'all? If you've been watching my reviews this whole season, you remember I was confused. What the fuck? Apparently, just because Tammy piped up and said something about how Evelyn donated right before the show started or after, whatever the time frame was. Tammy pointed out what the time frame was and why it made Jackie feel like Evelyn had ulterior motives with her wanting to give money to Jackie's daughter and her son in their GoFundMe when he got burned. And I just kind of feel like, so fucking what? Like, you sitting up here running behind Jen talking about how much you love her, no matter how terrible she's been to you, no matter how bad she done talked about you and talked about your daughter, you still on this motherfucking stage crying behind her. This bitch just telling you how Jackie felt about this situation, which was very small in comparison, and you up here trying to put her on the cross like she the fucking devil and you're an angel. And I'm just not here for that. I'm not here for that, Evelyn, because everything that you say about Tammy is something that you've done. You've never lied on anybody. You may not have ever lied, but you withheld the truth. And I think you lied on Cece when you said that shit about the happy endings. Joke or not, whether you was kikiing or laughing or whatever, you don't know that fucking lady. And you said some very disrespectful shit about her. And if you think that shit was funny, if you think calling somebody hoe that you ain't never met before is a joke, I want you to know that that's some high school mean girl, insecure little girl type shit that you out here doing, Evelyn. You and Jennifer, y'all are very much insecure women. It doesn't matter how beautiful y'all are. Men don't stay with y'all, so y'all feel insecure about who y'all are. You haven't done the things that other women have done, like Cece, like going to school and finding something that's for her, something that she could push forward and say, I've built this, I've done this. Yes, you have all of the things that you've been able to do because of the men you slept with, but I haven't seen you ever go out and get a bag all on your own. Everything is off the back of the fact that you was fucking with a basketball player. So give me a fucking break. And at the end of the day, I really think that you hate on Tammy because you are really surprised at the fact that somebody who you look down upon because she wasn't doing as well as you at the time that you was doing well, even though bitches got 2 roommates and their daughter paying the bills at the I'm just saying, you must have not been doing that well, but pretense is every fucking thing. However, whenever I think that you are jealous of the fact that not only does Tammy have a young man that wants to be with her, yeah, you may not want Reggie, but you want somebody that's gonna love you the way Reggie loved Tammy. And at the end of the day, regardless to whether Tammy is on Basketball Wives or not, Somebody wants to book her. Somebody wants to see her. Somebody finds her personality and her jokes funny. And I don't know what the fuck you doing over there, but to me, when they dropped you at OWN, you ain't have shit going on until Basketball Wives came back on. So give me a motherfucking break with trying to stand on a pedestal like you better than some fucking body, because you're not, bitch. You're not. You wasn't back then, you're not now, and you never will be, bitch. Okay? You can be the best person you could be, but that don't make you no better than Tammy because your fashions is a little bit better or your weave is a little bit better. Bitch, don't nobody care. When you still out here slinging insults and fucking over other people's self-esteem and then calling it a joke, you still as fucked up on the inside as anybody else around here, which once again makes you no better. Go to bed. Evelyn made another comment about she heard before the season started that Jen and Tammy were plotting on her. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me you knew even before all this happened that Jen was plotting on you and you still was on here bucking for her and trying to make it seem like Tammy was so fucking evil? Okay. Okay. Y'all, let's get on Cece and Kristen and their beef. There was absolutely no resolution with this situation because Kristen thought she had receipts. She came with a fucking printout that said she texts Cece saying, please tell Jen and Evelyn that I told you it was a joke. I've said 1,000,000 times it was a joke. And Cece's response to Kristen in her text messages was that doesn't even matter. You sat in that room with them when they said that shit and laughed and kikied like it wasn't nothing. You never defended me and you never said it was something that I didn't do. And here's the thing. I feel like Cece ain't built for this shit. Cece is not made to be these quick responses and being combative and calling you out when you twisting shit and fucking it all up for her. Then she just kind of retreats and lets people go ahead and say what they want to say. But let's be clear, Kristen, those text messages didn't prove anything. You were texting her about a conversation that y'all had already had. I believe the initial conversation, you didn't tell her it was a joke, and by that time, she had already gotten in her feelings about what happened. You came to her after the fact when Jennifer and Evelyn told you that it was a joke. Then all of a sudden, it became a joke, and Kristen wanted everybody to know that she thought it was a joke. That was all bullshit to me, Kristen, and those text messages didn't prove anything. Because when y'all was on camera having that conversation, you never said it was a fucking joke. So please put your fake ass receipts down some fucking where. And as far as that text message, y'all are still misconstruing that text message from the host to Shawnee, everybody. I understand perfectly what she was saying. She didn't say that Byron sent me on a mission to tell y'all that, but Byron said this to me and I wanted her to know because I wanted her to try to talk to her husband and find out what the fuck was going on. She was saying it like, girl, Byron said he don't want to do this, and that. I don't know why he said that, but whatever. She just wanted Kristen to know what was going on. I don't think she was telling her that and using it as ammunition to make Kristen and her old man be hurt or something like that. And everybody thinks that that's what she was doing. At the end of the day, even if she was doing that, that does not change the fact that Kristen completely left Cece to the wolves and fucked over her so that she could be closer to Jennifer and Evelyn and get closer to the inner clique on this show. That's what the fuck you was doing, and I see you, and nothing that you said on that stage, nothing that was proven to me changed how I felt about anything. So it was really pointless at the end of the day. Oh, and P.S., they still not coming to see her kid. So then we bring it back to Tammy and Evelyn. And Evelyn is still saying that Tammy was a part of trying to bring that rumor to the group with Jennifer. And we've already discussed that Jennifer brought it to Tammy in an effort to try to get her to help her bring it to other people. So it wasn't just, oh, her and Tammy. She was talking to another girl about this situation as well. It was a group text, and Tammy had already showed her text messages and her part in it. I believe Tammy that Jen brought that shit to her, trying to make it get to Shawnee quicker. Of course, we have to discuss what Tammy said about Chad. And Tammy says that she had apologized to Chad and his kids, and she also apologized to Evelyn about what she said. And Evelyn says she's fake. She's a fucking actress. And I'm like, I feel like it doesn't matter what she says. You're not going to accept her apology, Evelyn. It doesn't matter what she says. You are hell-bent on demonizing Tammy, and I don't know why. Because y'all are two peas in a fucking pot, bitch. Ain't shit she done that you ain't done too. Y'all have both bullied and fucked over people who have meeker personalities because y'all realized that y'all could, bully them. I really feel like y'all are both birds of a fucking feather, except for the fact that I think that Tammy might be a little bit more realer than you are. And the fact that Evelyn keeps bringing up all these lies that Tammy tells, I'm like, bitch, give me some receipts and some evidence, but if you're not gonna bring it to the table, please shut the fuck up. Tammy says that she didn't even realize there was an issue between she and Evelyn until she heard about Evelyn emailing people and talking bad about her and how she shouldn't be on the show and she's lying. And I think here's something how the story went down. Evelyn says that they were asking her to come back on the show. She saw that Tammy was talking about trying to have kids with Reggie, and she said that she was a liar and she wouldn't come back to a show that had somebody like Tammy who's lying about her same situation on the show. And she says that she had a conversation with Tammy and Shawnee where Tammy told both of them that she could no longer have a child. And Tammy turned to Shawnee and said, "Did I say that to you?" And Shawnee is like, I can't remember that conversation. So I cannot either confirm or deny. And I'm like, bitch, you full of shit. You mean to tell me you can't remember this conversation, but you remember the conversation that you and Jennifer had 5 years ago about Evelyn and her parenting? Are you fucking kidding me? I think you lying. I think you just didn't want to make one of the other feel bad. And I honestly feel like you were lying so that Evelyn wouldn't feel like, you didn't give a fuck about her out here on this stage. I really do. And that's when Tammy says that you sitting on this stage making fun of my miscarriages. And because she was saying that, she's lying, and then they started talking about how her eggs were all dried up, she was like, no, those eggs are fucked up. And she's like, so you're making fun of the fact that I've had miscarriages. And I'm like, oh my God, are we really taking it here? It got way too far. It really did. Evelyn went far, Tammy went far, and at that point, Tammy was just like, you know what, I had a great season with you guys, but I think it's time for me to go. And she just did the way she's done throughout the whole season, put on her fucking flats and exited the building, didn't give a fuck, didn't want to talk about nothing else, and I wasn't mad at her. Girl, bye, go home and rest your nerves, go smoke a cigarette and get you a glass of wine. So then we get on Amsterdam and how the trip took a turn for the worse when Malaysia tried to throw a table. Malaysia says that she was embarrassed and she doesn't want to set that type of example for her children. Shawnee says that she felt lured and that, she just didn't really want to deal with that bullshit. She also feels like it's whack that Jen didn't show up to the reunion to have a conversation. Cece and Evelyn talked about how they apologized to one another for the Lily and the Evelyn comments. Evelyn wishes that Jen would show her authentic self, and she feels the same way about Tammy, even though there's more venom towards Tammy than there is towards Jen lying ass. Then she starts to cry about how much she loved Jen, but she took it too far, and I'm like, girl, get the fuck out of here with that. Not one tear dropped. Malaysia said that her face remained the same no matter what, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, whatever, because I feel like you definitely dropped the ball in having Cece's back, but I guess. Jackie is just growing and being transparent, and Shawnee feels like this season was very good, and she's proud of all the strides that everyone has made, especially Jackie, trying to become a better her. And Evelyn says that, she wanted to be her authentic self, and she wishes that Tammy would stop lying about her health and stop lying about things going on with her because she knows the truth. And I'm like, the fact that Tammy got up and walked off this stage like 20 minutes ago and you still talking about her shows how pathetic, jealous, and completely out of touch that you are. If you think that the people watching this show can't see through you, your insecurities and your bullshit, Evelyn, okay? Let Tammy live her life. At the end of the day, she seems happier with who she is than you do. Okay? Because you took it far, bitch. You still talking about her. She not even here no more. You talking about she lying about her health. It's her health, bitch. Where's yours? Mind your business. Oh, Lord, they worked on my nerves. They don't need to come back. They do not need to come back. Anyway, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed the review for that lackluster ass reunion. But I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I hope to see y'all in my next video. Peace out.